So today I have a really fun look for you guys, and I am so excited about this tutorial. So basically I still wanted to stick with the fall, winter, well I guess winter, right? Are we still in fall? What season is it really? The color scheme of fall and winter, holiday-ish. This look is definitely, I think, a little bit more edgy, and it's a little bit different, stepping outside the box. It was inspired by another makeup artist, so I'm not gonna take credit for the creativity of this eye look and color combination. I saw this off of Melt Cosmetics Instagram, and it was of this photo right here. So if you guys follow them, you probably saw it as well. And the makeup artist, I will tag them down below, but her name is Carissa_MUA. So I thought that this color combination was to die for. It is amazing. There is so much detail in this eye look that I was just itching to recreate it. And actually I had asked you guys what you wanted to see, and someone had actually said they want to see a red smoky eye with a pop of teal, and I was like, this is absolutely perfect, so why not? Also, I'm excited because in this video I'm using shadows from a company that I want to say is fairly new. I did get sent these shadows. The company is called Belfiore Cosmetics. They didn't ask me to do this video. I just decided that, you know what, the colors in the shadows that I received from them, they actually are the exact color combinations for this eye look, and they worked out perfectly. I will link their website down below for you guys to check out, and they have mattes, and these metallics are so money. Like, they are to die for. They are incredible quality, and they are around, I believe, $9, so the price isn't actually too bad. They're pretty affordable, and I think that, you know, the pan size and everything, and then the palettes that they come in, because they actually came in singles, like individuals, but they sent me the palettes to pop them in, is really helpful. And like I said, the whole color combination of this eye look was perfect for the shadows that I had on hand. Overall, the whole look is like just really fun. We get a little creative using some liquid lipstick to do the eyeliner with, and it's just, like I said, a cool combination. It's very interesting. This eye look and the tones will go with so many different skin tones, but I will say that the eye color, if you have green eyes or hazel eyes, this is gonna make your eyes pop so much. But even brown eyes could rock this because of the blue and teal in it. So pretty much anybody can wear this look. I think it's super wearable. You have a good range of like different nudes you can pair with this. I went with a very muted, cool tone nude. So I just think it gives it a little bit more edge. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. I'm gonna shut up now. So let's move on. So to start off this look, we're using Benefit's Air Patrol Eye Primer. I know, super shocker that I'm not using my MAC Paint Pot, but you know, I'm trying out something different. So this eye primer is really great. It's really lightweight. It has a really nice soft tip to apply all over your lid. I'm using the pad of my finger though to work it all over evenly onto my entire eyelid space, and I love that it has a tint of color to kind of cancel out any eyelid discoloration. And so far, so good. Been trying it out for the past few days, but I'll let you guys know my full thoughts on it later on. So for the first shadow I'm be using, I am taking this matte shadow called Ballerina. It is just your classic matte white ivory, and placing this all over the lid. Then going in with the color Toffee. I'm applying this into my crease with my Luxie tapered blending brush. I'm going back and forth and in circular motions to blend upward towards my brow bone. I'm then just going to be layering this over really quickly. I did this about maybe 4 times just to get the intensity that I wanted. And then to deepen it up and kind of brighten up the crease even more, I'm going to be taking the shade Persimmon. I hope I'm saying that right, but basically this is like a really, really deep orange, and it's very vibrant, and I love the warmth that it brought into my crease. And again, just with the same brush, and really just focusing and blending these two colors together to get a nice smooth transition and blend. I'm then going to be going in with the color Rosette, and this is a very pale, almost muted maroon tone, and I'm switching brushes, and I'm applying this with the Luxie blending brush, the 227, and just really utilizing the tip of that brush to really just press this into the tightest spot of our crease, and just kind of going back and forth. And then I'm taking that other blending brush that I was using prior just to blend everything together. Then dipping into the color Crimson, which is a very deep red maroon shade. I absolutely love this color. Again, all of these are matte, but what I love about these shadows is that they're very blendable and they're not chalky whatsoever. And then taking a little bit of a Spice, which is a very deep brown, and with a Luxie smaller blending brush. This is a tapered blending, but the 229, and just going back and forth in the crease once again. The layering of all these tones and colors, so it really helps the blend of these shadows. And since they are all very strong colors and very striking and warm, we want to make sure the blend is perfect. So once again, I'm going back in with that original blending brush just once over everything to make sure everything is blended into each other. I'm then taking my Sigma gel liner in Standout Peacock, and this one was a little dry on me already, but I'm placing a little bit onto the center of my eyelid. This is a nice deep teal color, and I'm applying this with a smudge brush as best as I can evenly all over the entire center of my eyelid to act as a base. I'm then taking the shade Blue, and it's spelled B-L-E-U, and this is a metallic shade. This shade reminds me so much of a foiled eyeshadow. That is how pretty these are. And I'm applying this with a flat synthetic brush and just kind of pressing this downward onto the center of my lid and using the tip of my brush to blend into my crease, extending all the way from the inner corner of my eye all the way to the outer V of my eye. And again, just making sure to blend this into all of those crease colors. I'm then taking the same metallic formula of eyeshadow in the shade Peacock, and this is a really nice bright teal or turquoise, I guess you could say, and I'm applying this mainly onto the ball of my eyelid and just kind of blending it over into the outer V and inner C of my eye as well. I'm then going to be taking that smaller blending brush once more, and again just making sure to blend the metallic into the matte in our crease. I'm then taking Sigma gel liner in Wicked, and I am just placing this like how I would normally place my regular eyeliner, starting off with the tail first, extending it out, and then drawing it back in. But when drawing it back in, I am not going to extend this all the way to the inner corner of my eye, only about halfway to my eyelid, just because I really want it to not take away from the blue on my eyelid. I really want it to show. So instead of doing a really thick wing and when our eyes are open it'll be completely covered, I decided to just do a half liner instead. Then moving on to the face, I'm taking Benefit's POREfessional and just really focusing this pore filler and primer on the center of my face where I have the largest pores, which is my nose, center of my chin, the inner parts of my cheeks, and also on my forehead. This primer I've used in the past and I'm just kind of revisiting it again. It was sent to me, so I'm just kind of utilizing it, but it does do a really good job of filling in and minimizing your pores. For foundation, I am taking my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the shade 102, dispensing a little bit on the back of my hand, and then using my Morphe buffing brush. I believe this is the Morphe MB39 brush, and just working this onto the center of my face first. And as you can tell, I am not going in any kind of swiping motions. I am just doing the regular stippling motions to get a fuller coverage, and I'm just making sure to evenly work this all over my skin. I did want a more matte look for this, so that's why I didn't go in with a more moisturizing foundation. Plus, this color is the closest to my skin tone around my neck right now. And then for concealer, I am taking my Revlon Color Stay Concealer in the shade Light and just placing this right directly underneath my eye area. Since this concealer shade is a big contrast from my foundation right now, I'm going to be using this as well for highlighting purposes. So I'm dragging this pretty far down the side of my nose and onto the tops of my cheekbones, down the center of my nose, and in between my forehead. I'm then taking a damp beauty blender and just, you know the drill, making sure to blend this evenly all out on all the areas we had placed this concealer, and making sure to really melt this into our foundation. Then to further highlight and contour the nose, I am going to be cream contouring and highlighting using the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit in the fair shades. I am first taking that first highlight shade and placing a thin stripe down the center of my nose and along both sides of my nostrils. I'm then taking the middle contour shade and just placing two thin stripes along the sides of the highlight stripe and just along the very tip of my nose as well. And then using that same damp beauty blender we used for our concealer to just blend this into my foundation. I'm then going to be wanting to set everything in baking. So to do this, I'm taking my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and just packing this on with the same beauty blender directly underneath my eye area, and also just basically anywhere where we had placed concealer. I'm also going to be taking this just right underneath the bottom part of my jaw just to accentuate the contour I'm going to be doing later. And while this is baking and setting, I'm going to be doing my brows off camera and giving this a minute to cook. For bronzing, after our brows have been done, I'm going to be taking my Benefit Hoola bronzer with a large Sonia Kashuk powder brush and going along the top of my hairline, on my forehead, also above the baking we did on our jawline, on top of our cheekbones, a little bit across the tip of my nose, and also across the tip of my chin as well. I'm then taking a clean brush and just starting to blend away all of the baking that we did. I'm pretty sure it was cooked by now. And then I'm just taking the 2 highlight shades from the NYX Contour and Highlight Powder palette, and with a Real Techniques multitask brush, just making sure to brighten up every area where we had highlighted and concealed. I'm then going to be taking that same NYX palette and using this contour shade right here with a Luxie large angle brush and going in circular motions, utilizing the very tip of this brush and blending upwards up into my cheekbones just to further strengthen my contour. Since all we did was bronze, I'm also taking a small Sonia Kashuk flat brush just to reinforce our nose contour as well. By the way, if you see my background moving, it was just my mom trying to get something from behind my backdrop, so don't worry, you're not getting dizzy. For blush, I am taking Benefit's Rockateur blush and blending this with my Bobbi Brown face blender all the way from the tops of my temples down, fading towards the apples of my cheeks. I'm then taking Becca's Champagne Pop Jaclyn Hill highlight with my Bobbi Brown eye blender brush and placing this directly on top of my cheekbones, and I was loving the combination of the shade of highlight with everything else going on my face. All the tones seem to really work well together. Plus, I hadn't used this highlighter in a while, so it was nice to kind of revisit it, and I think we just need to take a moment to appreciate the highlighted perfection that this shimmering skin perfector gave. It was seriously like such a good combo. I'm then taking a small eyeshadow brush and placing a little bit of this highlighter on my cupid's bow and also down the bridge of my nose as well. Then, since all of our powder products have been placed on our face, I'm going to be just setting my brows with the Benefit Give Me Brow in the dark tone, brushing my hairs up and outward. I'm then going to be setting everything with my MAC Fix Plus spray combined with my Urban Decay All-Nighter setting spray before we finish off our eyes. To finish off the eyes, I am taking Sigma's gel liner in Stunningly Ladylike and applying this to my waterline with my Bobbi Brown Ultra Fine Liner brush and also just a little bit beneath my lower lashes. I'm then going to be setting and kind of smudging out the liner with my MAC 212 brush with the deepest brown that we used in our crease, and just really going back and forth, wiggling it to really smudge and set that liner. Then to add a little bit more of that warmth and redness, I'm taking the shade Rosette on a Mary Kay smudge brush, and then on a pencil brush, layering over on top of those 2 shadows with Crimson once again, and then taking a little bit of Persimmon and Toffee just to further smoke and blend everything out. Then I am taking the metallic shade in Pumpkin, which is a nice metallic orange, and placing just a little bit on the bottom half of my tear duct. And then to brighten up the rest of our tear duct, we're taking a little bit more of the Becca highlighter and just going in circular motions, packing it on to make it extra bright. And again, this really complements the eye look really well. Then to add this fun double liner, red liner on the bottom half of our wing, I am taking ColourPop's Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Avenue, and then using my same eyeliner brush that we used for the black liner, I'm just really utilizing the tip of my brush, picking up a little bit of product on the back of my hand and just working off the bottom half of our liner, being really careful to fade off into the tip, not to have it be so chunky. Then I'm also going to be going over my black liner with the NYX Skinny Liquid Liner pencil and just making sure to re-darken up and refine our liner. I'm then going to be taking the Dodo lashes. I don't know the exact name of the style, but it'll be listed down below. While those are drying though, I'm going to be taking NYX Liquid Lip Suede in the shade Sandstorm, which is a really nice nude, and it's a very cool tone nude, but it goes with many different skin tones. If you have a little bit more color to you, this shade is actually going to look really, really nice, like better on you than it does on me. And then I'm also going to be just setting my eyelashes with some mascara, top and bottom. Once the glue has gotten tacky enough on our lashes, we are just going to pop those on, and this pretty much completes the look. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, let me know what you thought of it down below. I'm going to get back on track with all of my uploads and tutorials because it kind of got a little slow these past few weeks, but trust me, there's going to be so much more holiday looks coming your way. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you guys in my next one.